No clear winner emerged in a nail-biting finish to Spain's election yesterday as the right wing failed to fulfill predictions of a victory big enough to push Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez from power. The two leading parties will seek to negotiate coalition deals in pursuit of a governing majority, but analysts have warned that the process could end in a hung parliament and yet another election. After the final counting, the opposition centre-right People's Party had 136 seats in parliament, while the ruling Socialists had 122 seats. Both were short of the 176 seats needed to govern, but the Socialists performed better than forecast, while the PP failed to clinch a predicted clear majority, injecting drama into the vote counting. The parties with the greatest potential to be kingmakers were nearly even, with far-right Vox on 33 and far-left Sumar on 31 seats. The result meant that Sanchez went from likely outgoing premier to a potential contender to form another government. It also torpedoed the prospect of a far-right party taking part in another European government, as pollsters had projected with a PP and Vox coalition. Even though Sanchez's Socialists finished second, they and their allied parties celebrated the outcome as a victory, since their combined forces gained slightly more seats than the PP and the far right. The closer than expected outcome is likely to produce weeks of political jockeying and uncertainty over the country's future leadership. The next Prime Minister would be voted once the lawmakers are installed in the new Congress of Deputies. King Felipe VI will now invite Alberto Núñez Feijóo, the top vote winner, to try to secure the prime ministership. In a similar situation in 2015, the PP leader Mariano Rajoy declined the king's invitation, saying he could not muster the support. If Feijóo declines, the king may turn to Sanchez with the same request. The law does not set a deadline for the process, but if no candidate secures a majority within 2 months of the first vote on the Prime Minister, new elections must be held. Sanchez has more options for negotiations, but may still struggle to cobble together a majority, with potential allies looking for concessions in return for their support. The lack of a clear result also casts a shadow on Spain's current presidency of the European Union Council and risks of unsettling markets.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.